Hey there, fight fans, get ready for the latest updates in the combat sports world. The PFL has announced Francis Ngannou's next opponent, and it is none other than former WBC heavyweight boxing champion Deontay Wilder.
Well, if the price is right, of course, I'll go to the octagon with him.
Are you gonna knock him out or make him tap out?
We go both.
Deontay Wilder, he hits you, you want to sleep.
I think the light's on.
Who hits harder, you or Deontay Wilder?
Me. We're gladiators. I mean, we risk our life for that.
Deontay Wilder is very interested in MMA and even like just to step in the octagon for MMA and MMA only. So, but again, it's going to be hard. It's going to be a different beast for him.
Meanwhile, Sergey Pavlovich, eager for redemption after his recent loss to Tom Aspinall, is all fired up and determined to stage a comeback in the octagon and secure a rematch. But wait, because there's more. Dustin Poirier, currently ranked third in the division, has his eyes set on UFC 300, a major event happening in April. But the big question remains, who will be his potential adversary? Could it be Justin Gaethje or Conor McGregor? Also in this video, UFC head honcho Dana White has received yet another mind-blowing gift. So stay tuned as we unravel the latest matchups, fighter aspirations, and the unbelievable surprises shaking up the fight world. But just one small request. I would be forever grateful if you could take a moment to like and subscribe to the channel, so thank you very much in advance for your support. Now let's kick off the video with some stunning news. Former UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou will be making his PFL debut in 2024, and the Predator will be facing off against former WBC heavyweight boxing champion Deontay Wilder. This was announced by the head of the PFL, Don Davis, on the next episode of the MMA Hour. Now, Francis is going to fight Deontay Wilder, and I think it's going to be a wild fight, the PFL boss stated. Now, everyone knows who Francis Ngannou is. He is a global superstar. Everyone will want to see it, and they will take it seriously. But the intrigue is that the heavyweights will be fighting according to hybrid rules in the super division, which was created by the PFL exclusively for high-profile fights. The official rules of the Ngannou-Wilder fight are still unknown, but the very idea of hybrid fights is no longer new.
Hey, John. What's up, man? Blessings. Good to meet you.
For example, just last year, Demetrius Johnson had a hybrid fight with Muay Thai star Rod Tang at the One Championship 1X tournament. The rules were pretty interesting. 2 rounds according to the rules of mixed martial arts, and 2 rounds according to the rules of Muay Thai. The PFL will consider all of Ngannou's wishes, including the huge fee for the Bronze Bomber, and big money has come into the league. Now it needs high-profile fights. PFL bosses will be trying to do everything to organize a battle of 2 heavyweight punchers at the organization's pay-per-view event. As you can imagine, Wilder versus Ngannou will attract a lot of attention from both MMA and boxing fans.
Talking about him and Deontay Wilder now.
It would be violent.
It would be violent. You know, Deontay can be hit, but Deontay hits people.
Hits hard. Talk about trying to find your equal. You found him.
Yeah.
That last knockout he had, it looked like a jab.
Moving away.
Moving away.
Moving away. Think. And the dude's stiff.
Stiff as a board.
Yeah. He's got that gift of God. When he knocked out Luis Ortiz, like,
stiff touch.
Just right to the forehead. Blap! And you see, like, Ortiz on the ground going, what the? He hits guys, and it's like they've never been hit like that before.
Feel like that cool water on me. Sweat equity. Hard work and dedication. Expect night to celebration. Popcorn of sweat.
Now, as you may already know, just the day before, the PFL announced the purchase of Bellator, talking about a very ambitious plan to deprive the UFC of sole leadership in the mixed martial arts industry. This means that the UFC has another new serious competitor. Now, of course, as it stands now, the PFL cannot compete with the UFC, but an important event happened in MMA. The second and third promotions in the world, Bellator and PFL, united to challenge the UFC. Merging promotions will not create a competitor to the UFC, but it is a platform from which something greater can grow. Thanks to a lot of that Arab money, PFL has grown a lot in the media, luring Ngannou and Jake Paul to join them. Both are ideological enemies of the UFC who view Dana White as a greedy puppet master and the fighters as, well, being powerless. They speak out for unions and decent pay. Now, yes, the PFL management claims that their roster is almost equal to the UFC's, but come on, that's just not true. Neither Bellator nor the PFL have really any stars who can give that kind of pay-per-view performance. But everything is in front of them, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens in the future.
Massive news, the PFL has acquired Bellator. This is insane news for the whole entire industry, and it makes PFL even more of a global powerhouse with a fight roster now equal to that of the UFC's. And we have some challenges. Let's prove it. Their champions versus our champions. Let's make it happen.
Now, as you already know, Sergey Pavlovich missed out on the chance to become the interim UFC heavyweight champ last weekend, losing to Tom Aspinall. Now, a logical question arises. What is next for Sergey? Has he already outlined his priorities, or does he need a rematch? Right now, Pavlovich is falling back into the title race. Cyril Gane will definitely be ahead of him, which means that the Russian will have to fight at least one more time to return to the list of contenders. We are definitely rejecting the Stipe Miocic option, as the veteran won't fight anyone but John Jones, and we just have to accept that. Curtis Blades is also being bypassed since he recently just lost outright to Pavlovich. Perhaps the most obvious option is Alexander Volkov, who is currently 6th in the rankings. Volkov is on a streak of 3 victories, and a promotion with such a fight could kill 2 birds with one stone. It will give Pavlovich the opportunity to rehab and give Volkov a chance to break into the title race. Now, while it might not align perfectly with the desires of Russian fans or the fighters themselves, the logical sporting aspect of this matchup makes it a very intriguing proposition, promising a very intense and pivotal showdown with implications for the division's hierarchy. Now, former interim UFC lightweight champion Dustin Poirier, currently ranked 3rd in the division, plans to take part in UFC 300, which is scheduled for April of next year. He announced this to his fans on social media, saying, "We're working on something, UFC 300. Earlier, Dustin Poirier announced that he would not mind completing a trilogy with Justin Gaethje, to whom he lost by knockout in a contenders fight in July of this year, and also expressed his readiness to have a 4th fight with Conor McGregor, who returns to the octagon also next year.
You know what I feel? He look like old prostitute who want attention. You know, like old prostitute who want attention. His time is done.
While Gaethje's manager, Ali Abdelaziz, has indicated that his client could defend the BMF title against Max Holloway in February, Conor McGregor's highly anticipated return remains uncertain. Many UFC fans remain skeptical about the likelihood of McGregor's comeback. But what about you? Do you believe that Conor is going to make a comeback and face off against Michael Chandler? Share your thoughts down in the comments below. Also in this video, UFC head honcho Dana White has received yet another mind-blowing gift.
I posted the other day, you saw what Taylor Lewan and Steve Will Do It did for me, right? And then today, there's a kid named Raz. You see him doing a lot of prize pick stuff. Shows up here today. He buys me a 2024 BMW 760 Xi. And just to give you an idea what this car does, all you gotta do is push a button, and literally the doors open. The entire car is exactly like this. Everything you do is push button. You push a button, then the doors open. You push a button, then the doors close. If I open the back here, hold on, let me show you this real quick. I'll keep this simple. There's a TV. There's a TV in the back. The car is completely controlled right here on the door. You can control the whole car from there. Anyway, these kids are awesome, and it's pretty crazy when you got 21-year-old kids buying your cars. So people are hitting me up asking me if I really got rid of the Pelotons. But I tell you, Only the assault bikes would be here. Pelotons are gone.
A few moments later.
Bikes? Not like the whole
No,
interface.
these are Echelon. Here we go, Theo.
Nice.
We got the Echelon bikes in now. Craig is happy again.
I can still stay in shape.
That's right.
Look at this thing. These are beautiful. I mean, come on. Better screen, better audio.
See? Who needs Peloton?
Let's go.
So that is all for today, folks. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel, as it does help the development of the channel, so thank you very much in advance.